It's possible to form a credible hypothesis that Meghan hates Harry, not detests or dislikes, but hates. Harry, by the mere fact of his birth, commands attention, whereas Meghan has had to fight for it. Even now, she's nobody without him. The networking she does, the attention she gets, it's all due to her connections to Harry. People will see him, no one wants her. Harry in turn derives stardust from his family, but that's a separate point. Nor does Meghan respect Harry. The other men in her life, Trevor Engelson and Corey Vitiello, worked their way up, varying degrees of success, but like Meghan, they're doing it on their own, which is something to which she can relate and appreciate. Harry, on the other hand, has had everything handed to him on a silver platter, a concept with which she's unaccustomed, not having associated with the idle rich or trust fund boys. Even the Mulroneys worked, sort of. Meghan thought she was going to be Diana, but whoops, she's actually Fergie. For a nanosecond, Fergie and Prince Andrew were more popular than Charles and Diana. It didn't last long. It always is about the heir, not the spare. According to what Princess Tiffany found on Twitter, Harry's believed to be going somewhat crazy. He's allegedly beginning to call Meghan Diana. That's right, he's apparently calling her by his late mother's name. This is obviously untrue. It is supposedly believed that Harry has questioned in a rather confused state why his mother, also known as Meghan, has suddenly grown out her hair, dyed it, and has brown eyes instead of blue. He also rocks himself as a smoothing motion in one of his kids' nurseries. This is what makes this rumor so flimsy. It doesn't classify which child's room he was in. It is also believed he comes out of his dazes after about 5 hours. Meghan was allegedly annoyed at being referred to as Diana. Apparently, Harry wakes up in the middle of the night, confused, which is when he asks her about the things he associates with his mother. Also, he's believed to run around the grounds of the massive Montecito Mansion's property like a crazy person. Can't remember what the reason for this was, but the point is the man is clearly disillusioned with his mother. We know that Meghan considers herself to be Diana reincarnated, and Harry worships the ground she walks on. He said he still has unsolved trauma from losing the woman who birthed him, and while we cannot stand the type of person he's become, he's actually right on that front. So Meghan sets out to destroy him. She undermines him by taking away his birthright. From walking in front of him, only a handful of people in the world within the royal hierarchy can do this, to isolating him from his family, friends, and support network. She's making sure that she erodes Harry's sense of self-worth. She places him in uncomfortable positions by making him act against his inclination. A prince becoming employed, giving talks and making speeches about which he knows nothing. Harry's a good speaker, especially when it's something he's passionate about. He's not convincing about the better product. He's not accustomed to haranguing governments for action. He knows nothing about politics. She's really alienated him from his family. She's turned him against them and, by extension, them against him, and as a consequence, the world against him as well. Harry's been cold-shouldered by the Obamas, with whom he'd previously had a positive relationship. During the Invictus Games, he seemed to have been ignored by King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, fifth cousin to the Queen. He probably hadn't been booed in public before the service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's.